on. Hi everyone. Where do I begin? For those of you who are new here, my name is Kelly Augustine. I am a fashion stylist. I'm a content creator. And I'm a born and bred New Yorker, and I think that's not important for me to say out loud. I'm doing this video as a little bit of a life update, just because I haven't posted on here in a while. YouTube used to be a channel that I really enjoyed, and I had started to get into a flow of it, but hadn't really committed to it. I made the decision in 2020 to become a stylist after having a really long talk with myself throughout the pandemic about legacy and what I wanted my legacy to be. At that time, I was a full-time content creator, but I wanted a little bit more. Because I had been doing like personal shopping and styling, I didn't realize the behemoth of a job becoming a celebrity stylist in particular was going to be. And it ate up a lot of my time, a lot of my time. Since you last saw me in 2021, I have moved to a new place. I think the last apartment that I posted was my first apartment in Harlem. So now I live in Brooklyn, and I have been working as a stylist for, this year will be 5 years. It's been almost 5 years of being a stylist, and content creation really did kind of take a back seat. And for a while, I was really managing both. Obviously, if you're a content creator, you know how much energy, planning, execution, you know how much time all of that takes. And I was managing doing both content creation and the styling. But after a while, I couldn't handle that, along with, my PCOS symptoms really were building up. And I wanted to have a social life. I wanted to date. It was really hard to date with intention while managing like a bunch of different schedules. So now I am in a space where my mental health, where I live, my physical health, all of those things really just matter to me a lot more. And so I've had to shift priorities for things. Now I'm living in a space where it's bigger, it's quieter, and it's just like so much nature here. I am sitting across from my window where this is my balcony, and in the spring and the summertime, it's just trees. And, I can get on my bike and ride a few miles to Coney Island and Prospect Park. And, it's just, I'm living a completely different lifestyle here, which is really nice. It's different, but it's nice. And work-wise, I'm doing styling, but I'm trying to do it in a different way. Celebrity styling is very, very demanding. So I'm still doing that, but I'm also going to be leaning back into content creation. I miss creating. I miss, I would say maybe a decade ago at this point, I'm really dating myself here, but about a decade ago, I used to do lookbooks, and I was doing lookbooks like monthly, bi-monthly, where I was reaching out to designers. I was putting together looks. I was location scouting, photography, all of that stuff. Working on brand partnerships. I had them sponsored, all of those things. I was doing those like pretty frequently. I'm not going to promise that I'm going to be doing those again, but I just want to get back to like taking pictures, creating content, doing video, really just leaning back into those things. I miss them greatly. And I miss the community. My girls on Instagram have been holding me down. I love the community that we have over there. I just kind of want to move us into like a longer form content, because I want to have more conversation. There's only so much conversation we can have via DM and comments. I feel like I want to explore things a little bit more. I want to speak more. I feel like the way that I'm working now, and the way that I have been working for a few years, is I'm working in a silo. I'm rushing, doing my work. I post it on social, and then I disappear. And I don't want to do that anymore. I really want to talk. And so last year, I started a Substack, which has been really great for me, just trying to get back into writing. And I haven't been updating it consistently. My plan is to find 2 channels that I can update consistently. And I really want YouTube to be one of them. I've even considered going back to just writing on my blog. I used to write a blog post every single day, and I kind of miss that. So I may even go back to that. I am trying to figure out like what my funnel is so that it doesn't get confusing for y'all as my community, my audience. I want it to be like pretty seamless for you all. So I'm still figuring out what goes where, but please, please know that I'm trying my best to be consistent on YouTube. I love video. I sit on my couch all the time and just sit and watch YouTube. And I'm like, why am I not creating for this? So that's what I'm going to be doing more of this year. This is where I'm at, just like work-wise. I really just want to get back to me. I feel like this year is my journey back to myself. The past couple of years have been a lot of foundation setting, if you know what I mean. 2023 was really, really rough. I've talked about it on Instagram, but I've not given a ton of context around it, but I just had a rough time in 2023. It was a rough go. I had a client who kept me super busy, and then I instantly wasn't with that client anymore on the styling side. Businesses and brands, I think, were really trying to figure out what their next moves were. So a lot of budgets were being pulled back. Content creation was super dry that year for most of us. There are some people who were thriving, but for most of us, it was a really, really tough year if like content creation was your full-time job. I chose to use that time and spin it. I really didn't want to stay down in the valley. I used that time to journal, to explore creatively. I ended up taking some sewing classes. You know what I mean? Like I was cooking again, and it just really, it took a lot to stay positive, but I did it. Coming out of that period, I realized that the way that I had been working, I was sprinting. 2020 to 2022, I was sprinting. You know, I said yes to everything. I was just moving and shaking. I was just bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, just in the trenches. Like I just wanted to do everything. Realized that that wasn't sustainable. And as my health flared up a lot more, I realized for me, I needed to take a little bit more control. I was having really, really, really bad anxiety attacks to the point where early 2024, I almost had to go to the hospital because I had a panic attack so bad that like I shut down. 2023 was the breakdown. 2024 was me putting things to action and testing things out. Like I knew that I wanted things to happen a certain way, but of course, you know, the universe is gonna just throw things at you to see if you really meant what the fuck you said. Coming out of 2024, I'm like, okay, I really need to take care of myself, and I need to manage my stress, which means I need to manage my schedule. I need to manage what I am consuming, because a lot of the time when you're working really hard, you know, you're just grabbing whatever you can to eat. I have to stop doing that. I need to prioritize movement, and I need to prioritize sleep. PCOS symptoms are really hard on your body, and I know for me right now, I'm in a space where I just need more control of everything. So that means a lifestyle change. I am not going to stop styling. I love styling. I love fashion, but I want to do it in a different way. For a very long time as a creator, a lot of our job revolves around consumerism. Obviously, when you are a fashion creator and a shopping creator, you know what I mean? As a country, we are in a time of transition, of major transition. I don't want to use the word scary because we have one another. I don't want to use the word scary because we have community. There's just a little bit more responsibility that we have to have because we don't know what is going to happen over the next 4 years. With that being said, my approach to creation and content creation, I'm still going to help you guys shop. I think that's important. We will always need clothes, right? But for me, it's a little bit more about the tools and my brand partnerships. I'm very intentional about, and I always have been. My brand partnerships, it's about quality clothes. It's about clothes that fit. And it'll be a combination of my tips, tools, and tricks as a stylist and resource and shopping. Those things are not going to change. I love shopping, girl. We're not going nowhere on the shopping bit. But we're going to do it a little bit differently, just a little bit differently. I want to incorporate different body types, more people, like I want to make it just a little bit more fun for all of us. Instead of me just being here like, here I am in my clothes, like I want it to be really like a community experience. So I'm still on the back end trying to figure out how we're doing that, but just know that I am doing that for y'all. On the personal front, since my last video, my divorce was finalized. So if you go down in my content, you will see that like I was married about 10 years ago. I got married, and since then that relationship has dissolved, which led to a crazy 7 years of dating. Was it 7 years? Yes, it was 6 years. I was single for 6 years, y'all. Child, dating in New York is crazy. Dating in New York is absolutely insane, and especially at a time where social media is really playing a part in how we interact with one another. It got crazy. Since getting a divorce and going through like the whole dating process, I actually have ended up in a relationship that I've been in for over a year, and he's great. And it is really teaching me a lot, showing me a lot, and it is really putting a lot of the work that I had done when I was single. It's really putting a lot of that stuff into practice, and I'm really applying it. And shout out to my boo. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel this year, 2025, just feels lighter. It feels lighter, even though we have so much hanging above us. Energetically, I feel like we can do it, we can handle it, and I feel light, personally, regardless of how scared I am, regardless of how uncertain I am about a lot of things. The one thing that I am sure about is myself. I just look forward to seeing what comes out of this time period, personally, but also as a society and as a community. I think interesting things come out of times like this. So I think it will be really interesting to see what happens. As a community, I'm just happy to be back here with y'all. I am happy to have time, and I'm just excited to see where things go from here. I know that I always come over here every now and then, make a promise on IG that I'm going to post on YouTube, and then I don't. But I'm really, 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 really trying to be strategic about my time and prioritizing my time so that I can do this with y'all. YouTube content wise, what am I thinking? I want to give a little bit more context and color to work that I have done over the years, because again, like I feel like I just drop it and walk away on social, and I'm like, I would like to share a little bit more about my decisions, why I made certain decisions, where my thought process is with a lot of those things. I'm also thinking content with other stylists, which I think will help. I'm not so much about like spring, summer 2025 trends in that way, because I feel like as a community, as a fashion loving community, I kind of feel like we're a little off of that. It'll be more, if I do talk about it, it'll be more about like what you can expect at major retail, like at a Zara or an H&M. They obviously have like the trends, the micro trends, and obviously we have seasonal trends, right? But it's more about these are the things that you should have every summer versus specific to 2025. And those things will make sense like once I post them. I think my thoughts will make a little bit more sense. I'm also playing around with the idea of incorporating lifestyle again, whether that's New York City lifestyle, travel. I just came back from St. Kitts. I think my next video actually might be about my trip to St. Kitts, but I have so many places that I've gone that I've never really posted about. Like I may have posted a picture or two, but I would like to talk through my choices a little bit. And it's really just about kind of looking back and being like, okay, what just happened? I'm kind of coming out of the fog, okay? Like so much has happened in the past 5 years and I'm like, wait, what? I cannot believe that it's been 5 years. Every day I wake up like, I can't believe it's been 5 years. But here we are. I used to have a cooking page because at one point I was managing being a content creator, having a healthy gym schedule, movement schedule, cooking schedule, styling. Like I had kind of it under control for a little bit and then I just completely lost it. But I am considering sharing a little bit of that as well. Essentially, 2025 is about me reinforcing the idea that if you feel good, you will look good, regardless of what you have on. Maybe I'll let y'all see Nola a little bit. If you're new here, I have a cat. Her name's Nola. She's really cute. She's a little mean, but she likes to be on camera. She literally just came. She sat over here and now she's sleeping. So she likes to be in the camera. So maybe you guys will see her. But yeah, just expect to see things that are inclusive, that feel a little bit more responsible, hopefully informative. I want to be a resource to y'all. I want to have fun. I want to be cute. I want for this to be organic. Like I just want us to have fun and I want us to feel good. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. This is also like really a process for me because I'm not used to talking as much on camera, and so this is a great exercise for me just to be here with y'all for real. So I just wanted to get more comfortable in front of the camera too. If you have made it this far into the video, I thank you. I thank you for being here. I look forward to you coming back. You know, I don't gotta tell you to hit subscribe and all of that. Y'all know what to do. We be on YouTube. You know what to do. Hit subscribe. What they say, smash the button. I don't know what. I'll figure it out. But look forward to y'all coming back, and I will see you soon. With love, with gratitude. I will see y'all later.